Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to look for targets in the map. Okay, so we are here right now. We are in the hive. And as you can see, we can easily zoom in and zoom out. Okay, and this is the most important thing. Okay, to zoom in and zoom out. Also, right now, I have zoomed out a little bit. You can see that in the right part here on the top part of the screen, there is a minimap. There is a minimap. So in the minimap, you can see that there are some lines. Okay, like there are some areas. In the green point, you have the green point is where your city is. So you can see right now, I have the view on the center of my city. Is this pink thing here, and you can see that there is like a frame around it. Okay, that's the is the idea of vision that you are having now. Okay, so this is what we are going to have, that we are going to use to check for objectives, okay, so possible targets. So as you can see here, you can see the different city levels, and the more you zoom out, okay, the more you zoom out, you can see as you move around, okay, you can see that you can only see the cities, maybe the most important buildings, right? So like this, for example, in this area, it's empty. This area is empty. Actually, there are small cities here, but we don't see them. So it's very easy to look for targets in this way, all right? So what we are going to do now is we are going to look for cities above level 20, let's say, okay, that these cities are problematic for us. So we are going to check, for example, now, cities that are out of the hives. When we are like these, like in the hives, they are organized people. We are not looking for this. We are looking for solo players, all right? So you can see here, for example, there's a level 16 here. Let's check it. Okay, so this is an abandoned city here, right? So this is what we are going to do. This is what we want to do. Okay, but level 16 is not a huge problem. For example, you can see this 19 here. Okay, and this is a solo player. This is a solo player that we are currently attacking. All right. Okay. So when we are in the war day, for example, so what I generally do is I check for these areas. For example, you see I am in an area here right now. You can see the lines on the minimap, and I'm covering the vision with my green frame, all right? So I start checking for targets. So I check, for example, this one, all right? This is a seller, and I keep checking, all right? And this is the way that I work. Also, there is another thing, important thing. Not only players, you can also find alliances here. So you can see this number 2 here is an alliance. This is near alliance, okay? And you can see that there's a player here. So for example, we want to see if he has any troops right now, because we are cleaning them. Okay, we are cleaning troops, preparing for the war day. All right, so we can check him. So you can check for alliances, or you can check for solo players, right? So for example, I am moving always between the lines, right? I'm moving, you see there are no cities. There's a 17 here, all right? There's a 20 here. Okay, this is seller, same one we saw before. Let's imagine that I pass to the next area. So I always use these area lines on the minimap, and I keep the borders from my green frame. Okay, this is another seller. I always work with this, so I cover the area, and I make sure that the area is properly covered and I don't miss any target. All right. Okay. So for example, I can start checking like this. Okay, this is a target that we can attack. So there's another thing I'm going to teach you as well. So for example, let's say that we found a target, but my scout is currently ongoing, so I cannot scout it right now. Okay, so there's a button here, this one. So there's a button here right under this. Okay, So I'm going to click it and I'm going to mark it. Okay, so when I mark it, I click here on the second icon, all right, bookmarks, and I can find him so I can scout him later. Or I can share it. Okay, first of all, I can share it so that my mates can scout it. Okay, another important thing is, for example, there's a possibility that this belongs to an alliance that we are friends with. Okay, so we check here, we select the city, commander info, alliance. Okay, and you see that there is no reference to any other alliance that I don't know. For example, we have an alliance we are allies with is 390. There's no reference with 390 here, right? So I can ping it. For example, I can share the information and I can tell my mates, for example, to scout it. Yeah, so that we can see. Okay, if he has troops or not. Okay, and this is it. So now, for example, we got the scout. Okay, with this guy, and you can see that he indeed has troops. Okay, and these troops give points during war event. Okay, because the enemies kill it, and they're free points. So we are trying to clean them before the war day. You can see that he's not active. There's unharvested units here, resources. Okay, so what I do now with this scout is I'm going to share it. There's a sharing button, share successfully, and like this, my teammates can attack it and clean it. Okay, right, and that's it. Thank you.